Hi, my name is Tom Kitch. I'd like to sing the great Bob Dylan's, one of his biggest songs, Blowin' in the Wind, written in 1962. It's kind of a protest song and has an ambiguous question like it's in your face, or it's obvious, or it's downwind, then it's not so obvious and indiscernible. Blowin' in the wind. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must cannonballs fly before they are forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head and pretend he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many times can a man look up before he sees the sky? Yes, and how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. That last part about how many deaths will it take before he knows that too many people have died, I think it's directed to President Kennedy, who in 1962, when that song was written, was President of the United States, and America was involved in Vietnam, and all President Kennedy's advisors were telling him to escalate, and he went along with that, but it was his intention upon re-election in 1964 to be completely out of Vietnam. It's one of the reasons why he was murdered. And as you can see, I like books, and this book right here, I think anybody who sees my video should go out and get this book. Look for it somewhere on Amazon or anywhere. It's John F. Kennedy, JFK, and the Unspeakable. The Unspeakable are those elements of American government, the CIA and the military that are tentacles of the CIA, people in the military, not all of the military of course, in the Secret Service, all over. They have tentacles everywhere. The CIA murdered President Kennedy. Please read this book by James W. Douglas, D-O-U-G-L-A-S-S, because I would have been toasted in 1962 had John Kennedy followed his military advisors' advice to attack Cuba with nuclear missiles, actually make a preemptive attack on the Soviet Union. His military advisors, General Lenin Lenditzer and Curtis LeMay, how they ever got to their positions, I have no clue. And John Kennedy ignored all of them, and through back-channel negotiations with the Soviet Premier Nikita Khruschchev, brought the Cuban Missile Crisis to an end, brought the Berlin Crisis to an end, and was at the time negotiating for nuclear disarmament on both sides, and he was murdered. He was murdered because Vietnam was a cash cow for the military-industrial complex, and John Kennedy intended to get out of Vietnam. And he was murdered because Cuba, well, now I can take a tour of Cuba, and now I can take a tour of Vietnam with tour groups. So I'm glad that there was never a nuclear exchange in October of 1962. I was 11 years old, lived in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, very close to Washington and Philadelphia and New York and Pittsburgh, and I probably would have been incinerated. So I say thank you, President Kennedy, In my opinion, you're one of the greatest presidents of the United States, the one that's mostly directly affected my life. And I thank you, President Kennedy. So this song is dedicated to him. If you like my singing, my name is Tom Kitch, Tomkitch. You can write to me on the computer at tomkitchmusic@yahoo.com, all small case letters. You can send me a picture postcard from your hometown or from anywhere on the road to my P.O. Box 81442, San Diego, California 92138, United States of America. And God bless President Kennedy. And God bless Bob Dylan. And God bless all the good people all over this world. And God bless our country, the United States of America.